Welcome back to another video. Today, your host, the director of most of the series and everything else, blah blah yada yada. I got a few things that most of us need to get into. Like, you guys are probably questioning, where's episode 2 of The Stalked? Where's some other series that I mentioned, like Bendy and the Darkened Bridge? Well, all that stuff is on hold because, one, I have to make the maps for them. Not the Bendy one, but the FNAF one. And I have to make new avatars and model-wise for them using other assets from other creators that I need to personally sponsor. And let's see. That's really it for now. But we're going to get into a few more things like, what is the FNAF Harvest episode 2 going to be about? What's some other upcoming discussions of series? Stuff like that. What's some images, models, blah, 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 yada, yada. We're going to get into that starting with episode 2, The Harvest. So, episode 2, The Harvest, starts with William Afton in his suit, walking out of the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria after the rest of the guards got killed. After that, they were free and to free range throughout the entire city, town, everything that was close to that pizzeria. So, as they did in their name, they're the Stalked. They stalk people. I don't want any jokes about that, I swear to God. Now, besides that, the Stalked, there's characters like Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Bonnie, but there's also characters that you guys haven't seen yet, like Puppet and Golden Freddy and Balloon Boy. In episode 2, Balloon Boy, Puppet, and Golden Freddy will make a clear entrance. For example, see, this couple scenes will be taking place at a prison. And due to that, there will be prison guards, there will be other people. So, such as that. Prison guards, FNAF characters, sometimes they don't really mix. Go watch J. Jim's videos, you'll see what I mean. Now, let's see. Yeah. So, basically, Freddy, he's more of a silent but staring type. Basically, he will stare and watch you in every move. He is a counterattack kind of guy. So basically, whatever you hit him with, he's gonna hit you back. Just probably way more stronger since he's metal, flesh, and bone. And suit. You can't forget the suit. But that with being said of Freddy, he's basically just the silent type, and he will stalk you and watch your every move without you even knowing. But the best way to know where he is if you hear breathing close to you, that means he's really far. If you hear loud screams from a distance, that means he's really close. That's the only way to tell that he's actually there. Now, for Bonnie. Bonnie is the type to use his ears to find where you are. Since he doesn't have his eyes are on his hands. The only way he can actually see is short distances by opening up his hands and looking around that way. So with Bonnie being like that, you must be wondering how he does that. Well, for example, the only thing he really does is, 1, he has good ass hearing. 2, he's fast, really fast. And 3, He kind of does the same thing as Freddy. Kind of just stalks you if he finds you. If he knows where you are, then he will stalk you from a distance. But also, he will gradually creep closer to you and closer and closer and closer till he actually gets his hands on you. Once he actually spots you with his hands, if you're in his range of sight, he will actually start running at you at same pace as Foxy in FNAF 1, just slightly faster. So that's it for the description of Bonnie. Now Chica, for instance. Chica is the type of one to just plain out, let's say, she'll use her cupcakes to draw you, hence tis to the first episode. The cupcake was there in the middle of the hall while the guards were wondering why. They followed the cupcake and they were brought to William Afton and Chica. Chica then proceeded to fall on the ground, get back up, and then chase said guards. Now, Chica is the type of one not to fuck with, because she can hear and see very well. Knowing that she's coming, you will hear either moaning noises in the woods, or you'll just hear some very feathery noises, kind of flapping like a bird, which she doesn't have wings, but she likes to make the noise somehow. I don't know how she does it. We're still kind of workshopping that. But with Chica, she will lure you with those sounds. She can also kind of sound like a little girl crying. Now, if you do hear that, it could be an actual girl, or it's Chica watching you from a distance through the woods. And of course, her cupcakes, they won't harm you in any way. As long as you don't harm them, they're kind of passive aggressive. So as long as you don't harm them, they won't harm you. But with being said, Chica's description is done with. On to Foxy. Foxy, he's fast, really fast. Faster than Bonnie, he's faster than the rest of them other than Golden Freddy. Foxy, he is mainly flesh and bone and suit. There is no endo in him. That's mostly what he's made out of. Foxy, the most disgusting one out of them all. He is the silent. He's very silent. Even when he's walking, you can't hear him. He doesn't make any noise. The only way to tell that he's there is if you see him from a distance. If you don't see him, then he could possibly be right behind you. If you do see him, well, he's right in front of you, of course. Foxy, he has good hearing. Pretty bad eyesight, so if you're from a long distance, he won't really see you as good. But he's more faster than Bonnie, Freddy, Chica, and Balloon Boy, and Puppet. He's basically like a speed demon, technically. Just slightly a little slower. But enough with Foxy, that's really all I have for him. Still, he does have more description, just that description is later in lore. Now, for Balloon Boy, yes, Balloon Boy's in a series, oh my god, most unfavored character in FNAF history. Balloon Boy, he is kind of passive-aggressive, just like Chica's Cupcakes. Balloon Boy basically will offer you a balloon. If you take said balloon, he will protect you. If you don't, there's a 50-50 chance of him killing you instantly. If you take said balloon, he might let you leave with all your body parts. There's a 50-50% chance of him stealing arms, scratching at the neck, and ripping legs off. He's very known for ripping legs off. Balloon Boy is a very tall, lanky figure, very humanoid, big head, balloons on his back, and very long fingers, and soulless eyes with no pupils, no teeth, no nothing. Balloon Boy can be found in various carnivals and various neighborhoods. Sometimes he can even be found lurking in people's closets or under your bed. Now, if you see said Balloon Boy, the only thing you can really do is just stare at him and hope to God you don't die. Because if you pick the wrong balloon from him, there's a couple different multicolored balloons. There's a red balloon, of course. Pennywise. There's a red balloon, blue balloon, green balloon. But here's the two most important balloons you don't want to pick. The white balloon and the black balloon. The black balloon is instant death. The white balloon will send you to an alternative nightmare going against more than just the FNAF stocked characters. It'll be your own nightmares in their image, taking control of you. And basically, while you're in that nightmare, everything that happens to you in that nightmare happens to you in real life. So basically, kind of the same thing in the FNAF movie when Mike was having dreams with the FNAF kids. He was also getting attacked in real life, but not exactly the same case as this. If you get attacked in the nightmare, you gain that scar or cut or gash or anything in real life. So that's it for Balloon Boy. He's a creepy fella, even though he's not really a fan favorite. I wanted him to at least give him some love in this series. So he makes a pretty big appearance in the fucking Harvest episode. Now on to Puppet. Puppet, she is the one that is known for, first of all the other animatronics follow William Afton. The Puppet does not. The Puppet is her own rogue character, and she's very passive. Depends on what you do. If you worship said William Afton, she won't be as passive. If you don't, the Puppet will more than likely grant you, some things. She'll most than likely give you some parts, some food, water, etc. She used to be security at a local Fazbear pizzeria back in 1980. But with Puppet, she was the one who gave the souls to the animatronics first. And then, of course, William Afton decided to play with their souls and remnant, combining them with flesh, bone, metal, and suit, turning them into the creatures they are now. Stuff of nightmares. And they have all their certain abilities that they can do. There's certain defects that they have. But with Puppet being said, there's not really much on her other than she gave the life to the animatronics just for them to get taken over by William and to be controlled. Now, that's really it with Puppet. Now for Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy is like Freddy, but not exactly like Freddy. Freddy counters the attack. Golden Freddy can see the attack before you can even do it. Golden Freddy is enhanced with teleportation, mind reading, and hallucinations. Golden Freddy can look at you, harness the energy of your fear, and then become your fear. Say, if you have arachnophobia, which I know most people out there do. I do. So, most people out there with arachnophobia say Golden Freddy will most likely harness that energy to do something of nightmares with arachnophobia. He might even turn himself into a spider. Clowns, etc., deep sea, drowning, fear the ocean, fear the darkness. He'll do all of that. He'll be on top of the game, and he won't stop till you are either dead or passed out due to loss of breath. To know if Golden Freddy is there, you will always see a figment of a black shadow in the hallway, maybe a shadow figure. It's either that, or you'll hear light laughing in the distance. If you hear that, then he's either right behind you, or far away from you. You'll never know. Golden Freddy's the type of trickster in this series. But since we're all done with the characters, Golden Freddy's done, all the rest of the characters are done. With that being said, now you guys are probably wondering, why is the episode called The Harvest? You see, this episode was supposed to release in October, but we never could get episode 1 finished due to minor interruptions due to family stuff. Now, with that being said, the reason why the video and the episode was called The Harvest is because basically what William Afton did was there was a couple survivors after the attack. They all made it out of the pizzeria, most of them at least, made it to a local police station, but yet still weren't safe due to the animatronics catching on to where they were because of them making loud noises. And just because Freddy was mostly on his guard, knowing exactly where they were and following them at all times. William Afton stopped at a local gas station where was placed where the night guard and a couple security guards were left there. William Afton did not find them. They escaped, luckily just in time. William Afton started growing a sensation of strong anger resilience in his body. Now, after that, he began more weary on where they went. So he decided to check the police station, the one place that they could have gone. Now, with the police station, it may seem like the safest place, but the animatronics, Golden Freddy was the first one to enter in there, since teleportation was a thing for him, not for everyone else though. But with the rest of them, they just kind of broke in simply through windows and other structures that they could break or get their hands on. Now, after the animatronics left the pizzeria, they decided to go on multiple rampages, scattering through various neighborhoods, breaking into homes, stalking their prey, killing them, etc. Now, there is a plot twist with the Afton family and kids. Kids are involved in this. Kids will make it very interesting and gruesome in a way, because most FNAF things won't show the actual kids getting murdered on screen. In this, it does. Even William is the one who kills them, including Michael. He kills Michael. Phone guy decides to call up Henry. Henry usually goes to William Afton's house to check up on Michael, since William is supposedly missing, but she's not. He checks. He sees William standing through the window with broken glass on his suit and blood splattered on his suit. He sees a bunch of blood trails going through the front entrance to the living room, where as he looks through the window, there is dead bodies of the children that William and the animatronics slaughtered. And that's then going on to episode 2. Again, with the end of it, it's spring lock failure, but not in a necessarily a normal spring lock failure. It's more of a more gruesome way of a spring lock failure. Just imagine you being spring locked, but not just getting things stabbed into you. A lot of fleshy organs coming out of you, mutating you into one of the things you control. Think of it that way. Now, we're done with the harvest. So, we'll get on to the next one, the next topic, in a couple minutes. Alright, now that we're done with the FNAF the Stocked, now we can get on to the Bendy and the Darkened Bridge. Now, you guys probably don't much about Bendy and the Darkened Bridge. This is probably going to be a short discussion about it. But Bendy and the Darkened Bridge basically takes place after Chapter 5. Basically, Bendy grows a lot more stronger. He is his normal self, just kind of mutated a little bit, more humanoid, more demon-like. Bendy begins to grow very weary on Audrey and has multiple ideas. Reason why the name is called the Darkened Bridge is because, well, it's Bendy. He's ink. Ink is a dark color. And basically, the reason why the name is called the Darkened Bridge is because there's an invisible bridge, a gateway that passes into the real world in the series, eventually. That's why it's called the Darkened Bridge. But enough about that. With Bendy, Bendy is more tall, lanky. His teeth are more jagged and crooked. Taller than the average ink demon. His horns are as sharp as, well, bull horns. He has a demon tail, and whenever he feels threatened or needs to get to a high place, he will sprout wings. But, you know, he's never done that yet before. But like in the one episode, kind of pilot episode I posted a couple months back, me and my friend, Radio, he's a part of the studio team, and as I'm fucking speaking right now, they're all behind this very camera. Now, with being said, after me and him got done with that, it was very jittery because there was no still movement with the camera. It was mostly perspective and point of view from Audrey's point of view. And yes, Bendy, of course, can speak in this, just not as fluently as a regular human can. So, most of the characters, Wilson's in there, Audrey's in there, Henry's in there, Alice is in there, young Alice is in there, and most of the ink people are in there as well. And of course, Sammy is in there. Sammy doesn't worship the demon anymore. Sammy kind of went with his own road. two paths, one road, he kind of went with that. What he did was, he still kept his identity hidden with the Bindi mask. Because he wanted to be better than Bindi. He wanted to be Bindi. So he decided to do experiments on himself and didn't really get really far. Let's just say that. He lost his arm, grew as lanky as the ink demon, just turned into a complete humanoid mess. But that's really it for Bendy and the Darkened Bridge, other than, you know, Bendy at some point goes to the real world. But that's for another day discussion once the series is more than in progress. Anyways, we'll get on to the next topic. Alright. Welcome back after that little kind of slightly 5-minute long discussion of a Bendy thing. Now this one, it's another FNAF thing, but the name of it is the Twisted Anomaly. Basically what the Twisted Anomaly is it's basically FNAF 4, just it has a more sinister and twisted turn. And in this very video, which I will be showing in a minute after we have a talk with two of the actors, such as myself, and two others that are going to be starring in this series. Reaper, Kill, won't you come on up here? Give a moment.
Yeah.
This is my one director. This is one of my actors. This is also one of my actors. These two are going to be playing the roles of Freddy, etc. Character there will be more. So Plushtrap, well, I don't know about Plushtrap. You think Plushtrap?
Well, it sounds very concerning, but I'd make it work.
Yeah. So first episode is probably going to be Freddy. Well, actually, no. First episode is going to be Chica and Bonnie. So these two are going to be playing as those two, especially along with Bonnie, Freddy. Well, I already said Bonnie.
Yeah.
I already said Bonnie. Don't you get mad at me. Anyway. They're going to be playing as Freddy, Foxy, Fredbear, Nightmare, Jacko Bonnie, Jacko Chica, the Marionette, and Springtrap. Yeah, Springtrap. It's an interesting one. The reason why Springtrap and Spring Bonnie is because Springtrap and Spring Bonnie, they are the same. And you never know, you might get a spring lock failure thing in the series. So yeah, my friend here, Reaper, he's actually currently the one who's actually recording this green screen for us.
Yeah.
on his alt account. He's the one that usually helps me with stuff and getting people around together to get the series started, which we haven't done it in a while. You can tell by looking at my YouTube channel that's been barren for 3 months. But yeah, we'll show a short video right about now. Alright, welcome back after this little short video that me and this funny man made.
Yeah.
Now, he played the role of young Michael actually before the incident of the bite of 87. Now, after that, he began to start waking up because that was just a dream. And that so far went pretty well. Of course, it was a work in progress kind of film thing just to see how everything looked, how everything was going to look. So, if you did see that video and you didn't like it, that's understandable because it was still in beta. Still in beta,
Yeah.
you haters. Now, me and them worked very hard on it. Took us probably an hour. Most our series, the reason why it takes us so long to upload is because one, we're busy with caught up in our own things, and two, a lot of people aren't very on. So there's a bunch of delays through those coming months. So we sincerely apologize for not giving too much videos out there and getting them recorded. It's just a lot's been going on. But with being said, we're gonna get on to the next thing, which I'm gonna play another video after this. It's only maybe like a minute long. It is to do with that series. It is a radio broadcast. Cue the video.
The pizza place known as Fredbear's Diner has been closed due to the bite of 83, as we like to call it, but we are looking for some new employees. Just call 919-516 Fredbear's Pizza to be trained for the night guard position, but I'll give you a rundown. Let me just grab some papers. Alright, so welcome to Fredbear's, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, just get your ass over here pronto. We need hands on, and oh, Mr. Afton, glad you can join us.
Ah, yes. It is a pleasure being here today. Just wanted to let people know how Fredbear's is doing, and it's going good for me and Henry. But on the point, Michael, if you get this broadcast, know you're not getting out of this. You know what you did, and you're gonna pay for what you did.
You done, Mr. Afton?
Shut it down. Shut it all down. That fucking radio off now. Welcome back. You're probably wondering, why the change of costume? Well, avatar, not costume. Anyways, why the change of avatar? Well, you guys might like this one. If you guys aren't familiar with the Black Wing virus, well, you're in for a treat, because one of our new series that are going to be coming out probably in October is the Black Winged Empire. Basically, the Black Winged Empire takes place in the Black Wing virus times. We don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but just stay on top of your toes, you Star Wars fans, because I assure you this one is going to be a real good series of Star Wars, especially the amount of limited abilities that we have on this game. But with that being said, I will give a hint on who will be infected in it. Let's just say a very famous Sith Lord. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, I want you to hit that like and subscribe button, share, comment any concerns, comments, questions, concerns, etc. And I'll try and reply back. Most of the time I don't. So we'll see. You might even get yours hearted. Anyways, see you guys on the flip side. Alright, guys. John, what you got up there on that computer right there?
Nothing much, just pictures and mainly some stuff about how far this place goes.
Gotcha. Alright, keep researching on that, what we need to do. Josh. You see any files on what we need to do?
Only one.
Only one. What is it?
You need to find the Shadow Man.
The Shadow Man. Sounds familiar. Walter,
Yeah.
you find anything about the Shadow Man?
Only small text. Saying it used to roam around here a lot. But nothing else besides that.
Gotcha. Oh. Well, the only thing we can really do is research, follow by things that the company gave us, like paperwork, and of course we gotta use that tripod over there and the rest of that equipment to, you know, get some video feed. We gotta get pictures, camera footage, samples, of course.
Yeah.
And hopefully capture the beast.
Hopefully.
It says
I don't know how
there's
real
probably a
catches
new
go.
location for it. It says there's a new location for it.
Alright.
It says that's mainly staying in places around some dark areas with mainly no light.
Alright. Well, we'll go to that location and bring some flashlights with. So, John, Walter, sorry, it's kind of hard because we don't have name tags.
No, you're
But,
good.
Yeah. So, I think, I'm gonna be honest, start from down there through the glass, kind of make our way through the labyrinth. But I'm not even gonna lie, something tells me that I feel like something's watching us.